Hi everyone, Heather here. How's it going today? Today I am connecting with you all through my home in New Mexico. Outside here, the sun's behind the clouds right now, but I make it a point to be outside as often as I can. And really this video is going to talk about why that's the case. And this video is in response to a thread that was started on the Keto Cancer Solution Facebook group that I manage, all about sleep. And we aren't given really good reasons as to why our sleep can be poor, how to rectify it in really proactive root ways. And so this video is kind of been inspired by that, and I'm going to share a little bit about why sleep issues are so common. They're very common among our population, our modern society today, and they're especially super common in people who have cancer. Insomnia, getting a few hours of sleep a night at best is really a common occurrence with people who have cancer. And if you go to your Western doctor or even an alternative doctor, your Western doctor is probably going to prescribe you a sleeping drug or a sleeping pill, which is every single pharmaceutical drug, every single drug in the Western world, whether you go into Walgreens and buy it off of the counter or whether it's prescribed to you by your doctor, has side effects, and it impacts the health of your mitochondria in unpleasant, unhealthy ways. So I highly suggest avoiding those things at all costs. And like I mentioned in a post recently, that if you're living like the masses, if you're living like most people are today, you're probably going to have some kind of an issue when it comes to your health and healing process. And that's not said to make anybody wrong. It's just said, if you just basically look at the statistics, if you look at the world, if you look at people and how they're approaching illness today, and if they're doing it like the masses, there's going to be some real issues. And basically, the wind is coming in here, but basically if you're living that way, you're not going to be getting any better. You're just going to be pushing symptoms down deeper. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to approach sleep and your whole healing journey in a really proactive way. Now, alternative doctors, when it comes to sleep, they're likely going to prescribe you melatonin. And I know it can be helpful for some people. I know a lot of people who are on melatonin, they're saying, oh, it's so great because it helps my sleep. Melatonin is not something that I recommend anyone takes. And the reason why is because we get melatonin from sunlight. Everyone thinks of melatonin as the sleep hormone. Yes, it's released from the pineal gland at nighttime in the dark and when we're sleeping. But in order to replenish those stores, you need to get in sunlight, particularly in UVA light. And for those of you who haven't yet, I highly recommend you go over to my Patreon site and join me there for a very small, super small investment. If you're someone who goes and buys a kombucha every day or a coffee every day, this is much less than that. But you need to learn my sunshine prescription, because this teaches you how to utilize sunlight to help balance your hormones. And one aspect of that is the melatonin that is created when your eyes and when your skin interacts with sunlight, unadulterated. So you're not wearing clothes, you're not wearing glasses, you're not wearing contact lenses, you're not wearing sunglasses. This is how you make melatonin. And people today who cannot sleep, it tells me that they have a red and purple light deficiency and a blue light toxicity. So if you're someone with a sleep issue, what happens is you're exposed to too much blue light in your life. Where does non-native blue light come from? It comes from LED lights. It comes from all of your tech devices and screens. It comes from fluorescent lights. You go into a commercial building, you work in a commercial building, you're surrounded with these lights. These things deplete melatonin stores by at least 80%. So it's no wonder everyone has sleep issues today, because we're surrounded by these things. If you really want to heal your sleep issues, you need to start replenishing your melatonin stores by utilizing all different aspects and spectrums of natural sunlight. This is key. Okay, so also what happens is non-native blue light, it will stretch out your respiratory proteins that are inside your mitochondrial membrane. We all know that cancer is a mitochondrial disease. It's caused by poor mitochondrial function that is caused a little bit by food, but a lot of it by non-native blue light and non-native EMFs. So people who can't sleep, yeah, you can take all of those pills and it'll be a Band-Aid solution, and you're not going to be doing any good with regard to repairing your mitochondrial function. So if you really want to get to the heart of this matter, you need to start by improving your mitochondrial function by improving your redox potential and decreasing your heteroplasmy rate. If you improve your redox potential, and by doing so you'll decrease your heteroplasmy rate, there's no way on earth you can have cancer. It's not possible. Or any other mitochondrial disease when you do these things. And when you do those things, you will become a healing machine and your sleep will vastly improve. So everybody's looking for pills and things to help rectify their issues, when all you have to do is step outside, and be outside and be in sunlight more in various spectrums throughout the day. And this is key to improving your redox, improving sleep, decreasing heteroplasmy rates, and rectifying cancer. So why don't I recommend melatonin supplementation? Because melatonin is a photochemical that comes from UVA light in sunlight, okay? And so when you take it in a pill form, you're not getting all of the photonic power that you get when it comes from sunlight. Melatonin from sunlight comes with a whole other array of light spectrums and photochemicals that are responsible for helping your mitochondria heal and helping your mitochondria to be healthy, helping to replenish your sleep, and helping your body to regenerate. So melatonin from the sun is a huge way that our cells and tissues regenerate. Melatonin in a pill will simply knock you out and you won't get any of the other effects. And in fact, it'll diminish your ability to utilize melatonin from UVA light from the sun when you're taking this in a pill. So what I recommend is don't take melatonin supplements, don't take sleeping aids. And I know not sleeping can be a real unpleasant experience, especially when it's on a chronic basis. But here's the thing. If you want to rectify cancer, you have to rectify your melatonin levels. If you want to rectify your melatonin levels, you have to change your life from living a blue light indoor lifestyle to living more in sunlight and getting outdoors. There's a lot of things you can do if you live in a high latitude area like Ireland or Portland or Vermont, things like this, to help offset, the lower light season. But just know that if you want to heal cancer, you have to improve your melatonin levels, because melatonin, the amount of melatonin you make from sunlight determines a lot about your mitochondrial health and your mitochondrial DNA. So anyone out there with a SNP, with MTHFR, this isn't a death sentence. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a poor detoxer for the rest of your life. There's a lot of things you can do to flip the switch on the epigenetic scale, and this switch to turn on or off your gene expression is found inside your mitochondria on cytochrome 1. If you're living a blue light life indoor, a non-native blue light life, if you're living an EMF, a non-native EMF light, that switch will never be flicked off so that that gene doesn't express itself, the MTHFR gene. So, but if you simply follow my sunlight prescription and take steps to living a more outdoor life and being less indoors, this is a very, very basic recommendation to help rectify sleep cancer, energy levels, and mitochondrial health. And everyone wants to take a pill and just keep going with their lives. Let me tell you something, that's not going to help anything. It's not going to get to the root of the issue. It's not said making anyone bad who's doing that. This is said just to let you all know that it's impossible. You cannot get from A to B by going down a different path, that by just staying on the conventional route. Okay, so you can't get there from there. It's impossible. The train does not stop along that track. It's a band-aid approach to do those other things, and it's not making any of you bad if you've tried this. I've done that in the early parts of my life, and it didn't help me at all. And it doesn't help because it doesn't get to the root of the issue. So I hope you found this video helpful with regard to improving sleep, to helping to rectify cancer, to helping to improve your mitochondrial health. These are all huge things that can be rectified simply by living more outdoors and living less inside. And this can be a real lifestyle shift for most, which is why many people just want to take a pill. But that's not going to solve the issue, because a lot of our nutrients that we need to heal come from sunlight. So vitamin D in a pill is not going to be the same as vitamin D from sunlight. Melatonin in a pill is not going to be the same from melatonin in sunlight. Vitamin B12 in a pill is not going to be the same than vitamin B12 in sunlight. There's so many other examples like this, but it's really important to just get used to and become familiar with there's other ways to heal other than pills, and they don't get to the root of the issue. So if you have questions, please feel free to post below. When it comes to sleep, follow my sunlight prescription. Go over to the Patreon site, patreon.com/quantum level healing, to learn the sunshine prescription, to learn how to rebalance your hormones naturally the way our ancient ancestors did, not the way modern people are doing, because it's just not working. It's a band-aid approach. Thanks for being open to listening to me, to hearing this video. I wish you all the very, very best along your healing journey, and these videos are posted to help inspire new ideas, new thought forms, new neural pathways in yourselves, so that you can be open to alternative ways of healing that will actually get to the root of your struggles. All right, see you next time.